Are we on? Hi, there we are. It's Levack and Goz. We're bi-statal today. I am in Orlando, Florida. Goz is somewhere in New York. I'm not sure where you are, Goz. Where the hell are you? Where are you, Goz? Can you hear me? Goz's internet sucks.
I can hear you. I'm at Tamarac High School for the Red, White, and Gold event today. Levack, it's my first event without you on location. So if the Wi-Fi cuts or there's tech issues, you know who to blame. It is me. There's no doubt it's me.
It was always you. It was always easy to blame you for tech stuff. That was always the problem. So, yeah, man, I'm down here in Orlando, and you'd hate it. It's sunny and warm, and there's beautiful women everywhere. You would hate it. You would absolutely hate it here, guys.
I'm glad I'm not there. I'm here in shorts, though. In spirit, I'm in shorts.
I went out. So we got here yesterday, and I decided to just kind of like get a lay of the land because they've got us in like we're like 10 minutes from some of the Disney parks. Like they've got us like right over like in Kissimmee. So we're about 20 minutes, 30 minutes depending upon traffic from the Amway Center, where the Predators play. And I went for like walking around. I got to the end of the hotel parking lot and just was drenched. It is so hot. Like for a fat guy, this is not where I want to be. Not weather-wise. Like I'm not all about it. Can't wait to get inside the Amway Center and watch the guys do work.
The Amway Center, by the way, the home of the Orlando Magic, right? I heard that name all of a sudden. I'm like, this is one of the top tier. Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a beautiful place. Obviously it's not the MVP arena, which is the mecca of all arena football. We know that. But it should be a good time. Should be a lot of fun. Excited. As long as the guys get a W, we could be playing in, a cornfield and I wouldn't give a crap. But it's going to be neat to check out, how the Amway Center works for football instead of hoops. It'd be very cool.
Let's get a little preview. I want a little insight before kickoff later on tonight. 7 o'clock kickoff, by the way, for our visual audience, audio audience. Again, 7 o'clock. I'll get this up ASAP as soon as possible. Sam Castronova, I feel like for the second week in a row, he's the storyline after the great performance he had in that overtime victory against Jacksonville. Expectations pretty high, I think, for Sam after an unbelievable game. What is the starter for the Empire?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody who saw him in practice knew that was potential, that could happen. But to see it all come together for him, leading the team to that overtime victory, he brings a lot to the game. His legs extend plays, but he doesn't necessarily – he's not one of those guys who, okay, they're not open right now, so I'm just going to run for it and take hits. He's a guy who, all right, I'm going to keep my eyes downfield, and when I'm going to keep looking – somebody gets open, whether it's Goodlow, big fella touchdown, whether it's Darius Prince or Antoine Grant or whoever, he keeps his eyes downfield. So it'll be interesting. Like I think the story for me today is going to be now that everybody sees it, right? Because he wasn't as successful in Carolina a year ago. Now that everybody's seen what he can be in our offense, how do they adjust to him? Can they adjust to him? So it's going to be pretty exciting to see Sammy out there. And I've watched him. He was going to be a part of the offense with Faithful. Now it's his offense, and I'm watching his demeanor change with it, where he's still that lovable, fun dude that you get excited when he walks in the room, you fist bump, and you have a cool conversation about what's going on in his life. But now he's also kind of like, hey guys, rally around, let's go. You see the leadership like start to really come back out of him, which is it's just fun to watch. I'm excited for him.
Your favorite part? Question can't answer, but I try to get you to answer them anyways. Any update on Magruder? His injury status? Panther Magruder, if he's going to play tonight or not?
He's not going to play tonight. He's on the short-term IR. You can see that at the transaction page of the website, so I can tell you that. He won't be playing this evening. But I spoke to him. He's in great spirits. He's tough as nails. If anything, I think with him, it's going to be really important to just work closely with Ortho New York, Dr. Aronowitz and Dr. Flick and our trainer, Emily, who is amazing, because he's a tough guy. Like, you got to make sure you like protect him from him and everything, because I could see him. He wanted to come back in the game last week. He was trying to figure out a way to get back out there then, and he could barely move. So he's up and about. He looks like he just looks like Magruder. He's a tough son gun, and I would expect to see him back out there sooner than later, but not this week. And I'm not a doctor, so whatever. If he does, if Ortho New York goes, no, he's sitting longer. That's why they're on our staff.
Also, if at some point you just hear like a loud sound or a loud bang, that's the modified team for Tamarac who's now taking the field. The game is officially underway. So all of a sudden you're like, what is that noise in the background? That's that. Also, my phone, if that just froze for our visual audience, the reason it froze is because my dad just texted me and said he's talking to Kirk. So he's somehow with Kirk Herbstreit right now, chatting college football. I want to get back to the Empire real quick, but for those who have met my dad before, he looks like Walt Patulski, a.k.a. like an old school football player, like 6'3", in good shape. I'm assuming Herbstreit thought he was a former player. I'll get more details on that. So that's why that quick freeze happened. Or again, blame my dad was, let's say, already serving himself at the Kentucky Derby, which we'll get to a little bit later.
Well, yeah, but your dad has that skill of walking up and talking to anyone comfortably. So I imagine Herbstreit was just like, oh, he's got to be somebody I know or should know. So I'll just keep going with it.
That's right. Two other Empire questions for you, as I like to do the presidential address here on our Saturdays. What's up with Marco, the kicker? Is there a change of plans of whether or not? Now I feel like the game going on, parents are just going to start looking at me like, who's this guy talking during the at bat? Any different changes with the kicking game? And like, we almost got a foul ball. Look at this, Levack.
I was going to ask you where you were.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I hope like halfway through the thing, you just like all of a sudden, maybe like, gosh. No, Marco's great, man. Like what you're seeing it throughout the league. So we changed footballs this year to the deuce, which coincidentally has made it harder to kick deuces. So I think you're just seeing the guys adjust to the football. The cool thing about being down here in Orlando, though, is when we made the switch, we didn't want to penalize teams who still had footballs, right? So if you still had the balls from last year, we didn't want to penalize you. So Orlando had a surplus of the old balls. So I'm not 100% sure, but I know at one point we were having a conversation where the kickers would be able to use the old footballs, and we would use the regular footballs for the rest of the game. So we would basically the NFL style of having a kicking ball. And if that be the case, I'm fearful for people like 6-7 rows deep behind those goalposts because Marco can boot it. Like I saw him kick the old balls before the season started, and I guess we had some to warm up with this week. They go, I mean, it jumps off his foot. So I'm not worried about him at all. I think you see the entire league is having kicking issues because of the footballs. But we're working on it, and it's one thing I really love about this league is you get on a phone call with 5 other teams and things get done. So straight working on getting that fixed. But watch if I have a sneaky suspicion you're going to see a very different Marco Orozco tonight. I have a sneaky suspicion. I think Goz froze again. No, I see his lips moving. I don't know.
Also with that, I hope Marco plays well tonight. Yeah, I'm here. I just saw the Francis, by the way. Shout out to Evan and his dad. They just came over real quick. Speaking of that, Marco, the next time the Albany Empire are home, we might see a different Marco. We might see a better Sam Castro. All exciting things coming up for May 21st. You guys posted a big note that if you're a young Empire fan or a young football fan of the Capital Region, you guys are doing something really cool for the rest of the season.
Yeah, 12 and under are free. 12 and under are free. And for the 21st game, it's military appreciation. So come to the box office or come to our office, show us your military ID. You're in for free as well. It's funny. I saw people go, oh, they're desperate. No, we're trying to do something nice. It's one of those things like Mike Corda, owner of Tech East Fire and Water Restoration and the Albany Empire. He's the kind of guy that he didn't take over the Empire to get rich. Like he took over the Empire to make sure it would be here and it'd be something the community can be proud of and enjoy. So we had a conversation about we did the $10 tickets, and then Mike said, "Screw it. What's the point in 10? Let's just do them. Let's just give them to him." And I'm like, "Well, hopefully, hopefully that you're okay with that at the end of the season." But I don't. He's happy to do it, and we're happy to have it. Some season ticket holders have reached out and mentioned like, "Well, hey, I already paid for my tickets, and I have a kid who's 9. I have a kid who was 11." Well, call us. We'll work with you. We'll take care of it for you because our season ticket holders are our lifeblood, so we got you too. So yeah, we're not trying to get rich, trying to do cool things for the community, and that's why kids 12 and under, they're free rest of the season. We're gonna hammer at it and have a family friendly environment for everybody.
Call, by the way. Don't social media. Okay, I saw some people leaving the social media comments. Just call. Like
right.
There's no point of like going to social media and saying, "I already paid for it." Like you said, you're gonna work with them. This is not like a hot gotcha moment, right?
I messaged each one of them individually. I didn't feel a need to put it out in public, and I was just like, "Listen, when do you want us to call you? Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll give you a call. We'll be back from Orlando, and hopefully with another W, and we'll work it out for you." That's just what it comes down. It's just, I understand that people get upset when they see it, and their initial reaction is like whatever. But you're right. Like running the social media, and every one of them, the second you talk to them. Oh, well, I knew you'd do the right thing. It's like, well, then why did you blame me on Facebook? Like, it's just silly. But that's the world we live in now, These awkward pauses are weird.
Yes. Empire, 7:00 kickoff tonight. If you want to watch the game, it's available on YouTube. Watch the stream. I like to remind people I am not a part of the road broadcast team, just in case you're looking for me. I will be out doing other things tonight. I'll be back with you on the 21st, and we'll have more free game shows and all that good stuff. Levack, I want to talk some NBA playoffs with you, but before we get to the NBA playoffs, I want to give love to our friends over at Lily and David Fine Jewelers, located at the Shops of Wilton. Shout out to everybody who stopped in for Mother's Day. I got to talk to Alyssa yesterday. That's one of my favorite things that happen when people listen to the podcast and they stop in at Lily and David Fine Jewelers and say, "Hey, I heard it from Levack and Goz. I loved following you guys on Goz of the Media." Hearing those stories from Alyssa yesterday made it feel amazing. And guys, by the way, it's not over yet. Mother's Day is Sunday. If you're out right now, maybe it's a spot for you. Make sure to take care of mom, or whether it's your wife, your fiance, whoever it might be. They're always looking for great gifts, whether they be engagement rings, wedding bands, or something that fits her style, her fashion, or more. It's Lily and David Fine Jewelers. Stop in Route 50, the Shops of Wilton. And when you stop in, we appreciate when you tell them you heard about it from right here on Levack and Goz.
Goz's internet connection over at Tamarac is not great. He's now spinning wheel again. Levack and Goz right here live on the Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, as well as everywhere you get your podcasts. I am currently I'm in my hotel down in Orlando. Goz is at a ballpark in Tamarac, and Goz's internet not as good as mine apparently. Which hey, look, I'm in a really nice hotel, so it should be that way, I suppose. I know he wanted to talk about the NBA playoffs. I'll see if we can get him back on in time to do that. All right, there he is. Yay! Goz is back. Yay!
Hey, thank you. I was talking about the NBA playoffs. Joel Embiid in his mask. Did you see the mask last night? Very Phantom of the Opera-like.
Yeah, the Phantom of the NBA. Absolutely. And look, you saw that whole team play better because he was out there. He was such a he's a leader. It's funny to see. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with some of their shots. Lowry gets 0 points. You want to not like Joel Embiid because he's not on your squad, but it's hard not to like that dude. It's fun to watch him interact and play. He's a good time.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad this is a series again, because as good as Miami has been with Jimmy Butler and everybody else, I like the idea of Embiid going full superhero with the Bane mask. I hope he never takes off the mask for the entire series. I know I took some heat about how it went down involving the Raptors, the shot, and everything else, but this is what we need, a good competitive series. And the same thing on the other side with Dallas and Phoenix, where Luka goes out and balls last night. Chris Paul, I know you're a fan of Chris Paul. I always am like a Chris Paul hater because of the association with Melo. 7 turnovers last night for Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while, old man's going to show his age. Apparently, I guess that's what it's going to come down to. I still don't feel like it's a series. Like I know, like it's 2-1, and I feel like it's not going to go well. I think it's going to be over sooner than later.
Yeah, and on the other side, on the West, we've got the Grizzlies taking on the Warriors. We've got the Celtics and the Bucks coming up. I wish I could tell you that there's going to be some big swing in either one of those series, too. It just still feels like Celtics, Heat, Warriors, Suns. It'd be cool if we get a big upset tonight, but both of us don't feel it.
No, I can't rule out the Bucks just because the freak, and everything going on, but I bet Boston, broke my heart, did it. So now I'm actually somehow rooting for Boston, which I don't think has ever happened in my life. Man, I can't. Are you still dodging foul balls? What's
Did you
going
see our
on over
comment
there?
from Corey?
Oh, hi guys. Love you too. Is that what it says?
Did you see our comment from Corey?
No, just it's like small on my screen. Hi guys, love you too. LOL. Who said they love him? I don't love anybody. Boy.
Yes. Levack, I just had another foul ball come my way, and Corey just tried calling me. So we're
You
gonna
tried
battle
calling
through this.
Corey has
we
your
can.
number? You gave Corey your number? I can't. You're all over the place. One of us is out. Boy, that your internet connection is terrible, guys. It's terrible. All right, Levack and Goz. This is gonna be an interesting show today. I can feel it. Goz is moving in slow motion.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you. Are you?
I can't hear you guys. I don't know if it's you or me at this point.
Can you hear me now? How about now?
There you are. Yes. Have fun editing this show.
Let's get to the UFC stuff. Have you seen the Dana White potential conspiracy?
No, tell me about it. Because I'm here in Orlando where everyone loves bald people. It's great.
So yesterday, Oliveira misses weight, and people are convinced the reason he missed weight is because they used 3 different scales. 2 of the 3 scales had the correct weight, while 1 didn't. Some are under the idea that Dana White put in another scale. This is coming, by the way, from Ryan McKinnell at SiriusXM. The reason why he wanted him to miss weight was so that people would stop talking about fighter pay involving Tony Ferguson. Do you buy that conspiracy?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Because even if that was the case, right? So you stop talking about it for what, 15, 20 minutes, where if you have a great fight, we'll talk more about the great fight. No, no fighter's going to allow that to happen. Just to help clean up the PR of the UFC. No way. Man, this is a tough one, guys. You might need better internet out there at the ballpark. All right. If anybody's still watching this show, God bless you. This is tough. I keep losing old Ghazi Bear over there. We're efforting to get it together. There goes Gaz is resetting his computer as we speak. I thought for sure I'd be the issue today because I'm in Orlando getting ready for Empire versus Predators tonight. But apparently wherever Gaz is at the ballpark is not working well. I just got a text from Gaz saying we're gonna fix it and then we're gonna do a show at a different time. So everybody, we love you, we appreciate you, but we gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'm gonna give you a shot of what it looks like outside here before we get off though, just because I'm evil. Take a look at Orlando, baby. It's beautiful. All right, go Empire with our shields. Talk to you guys.